me just speak about International Film and Television Club. This is a school, Asian School of Communication, and now Asian School of Fashion, together bringing some wonderful filmmakers out of this institution. In last 21 years, way of educating people, and I'm happy that in all these years, this institution has churned out 12,000. We're celebrating 6th International Festival of Cell Phone Cinema. We had around about 600 entries from all over the world. But this time, I'm definitely expecting a much larger number January next week. May I request my honorable guest, Professor Karl Bardosh, to speak about mobile phones.
Please raise your hand. That person who never ever took a picture with your camera. No hands going up? That means what's happening all over the world with absolutely everybody. You have a camera in your pocket and you can't help it. You just take pictures with that. The other is videos. Still pictures, but that category, that's unavoidably all around the globe, almost everybody all the time using it, snapping pictures. So if I would say now, right here, because everybody took a picture, can you enter 2 of your favorite pictures from your library that you ever taken? Boom. What can we use it for? I'm a film educator. So to me, that means that we can use that camera that's in your pocket and teach absolutely everybody around the earth. Yes and no. You really have to go to film school to learn the entire spectrum of filmmaking. However, if people around the earth, this would create like a huge competition, is that, let's say you are an author of books. Would you be upset if literacy would be spread around the world so people can actually read what you wrote? No. But the same with film. If people know more about film because they are on every day they experience it themselves, they become a better, more educated audience for the filmmakers' films. So therefore, creating what I call audiovisual literacy, one of the major points in that is using
सोचिए आपके पास कितना potential है. Just in 10 years, maybe in 5 years, आप यहाँ पे होंगे और जो next batch होगा उससे बात कर रहे होंगे. Cell phone cinema. Now I don't know कि आप लोगों ने कितने लोगों ने cell phone से film बनाई है. लेकिन cell phone cinema, cell phone एक ऐसा tool है आज जिससे आप बहुत अच्छी फिल्म्स बना सकते हैं. And I don't know how many of you know, वर्ल्ड का जो बिगेस्ट फिल्म फेस्टिवल है, कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल, वहां पे भी you can enter a film shot on a cell phone provided it has got something good to say. Something means it has to be a cinematic gem, and you can enter your film even at the Cannes Film Festival. So that's the power of cell phone you're holding. Now coming back, मेरे बारे में थोड़ा, I always want to innovate. सर की बहुत क्लासेस सुनी तो उनमें सर का एक मैंने चीज पकड़ ली, innovate. How to innovate? I was the first person who introduced digital filmmaking in India, and I screened my film at New York International Film and Video Film Festival. And जब वहाँ पे वो screen हुई, and I was in New York, and I saw a lot of people coming to me पूछने के लिए कि how did you think of making a film digitally? Because at that point of time, I think that was 2006. I was just 2 years fresh from AFT, and उस time US में भी इतनी digital films नहीं बन रही थी. I said I just wanted to innovate. I just wanted to experiment. और फिर 2009 और 10 में एकता कपूर ने फिल्म बनाई थी Love, Sex और धोखा, which went on to become a very big hit. So many of you have heard of Lars von Trier or Thomas Winterberg. They introduced a concept called dogma films. I don't know how many of you have watched those films. So if you innovate, you will be in the industry, you will be like trendsetters. Otherwise, of course, Bollywood is back. So I want to keep it brief, and I would say that cell phone is really a very big potent tool given to you So just make films, think out of the box. और जो गोरिल्ला फिल्म है उसके लिए बहुत ही एक ये अच्छा टूल है, because many times you don't have funds to take permissions. Like when I'm in US or was in Maldives, then I just thought of a story. अब अगर मैं permissions वगैरह लेने जाता काफी time लगता. So I just used my cell phone, shot a film, and I screened it at various film festivals across the world.
कौन कहता है कि मुलाकात नहीं होती है? कौन कहता है कि मुलाकात नहीं होती है? रोज मिलते हैं मगर बात नहीं होती है. Now, if you have dreams and aspirations in your life and you don't follow them, then you might as well be sitting there. Because if you just sit there, you're not going to be anywhere else. So you have to go after your passions. You have to go after what you really feel like. Because if you don't do that, there is nothing that's going to come out of it except the seat you're in. Now, I have done a lot of things in films, including animation, voiceover. You have to be a very versatile person in this industry. Because if you're not versatile and you say, okay, I'm going to stick with only one thing and this is how I'm going to do it, then you're blocking yourself in a way that you may or you may not get anywhere. So I tell you people that open up your world however it can be and do the best you possibly can. I have worked with a lot of big directors and producers, which they are there and I am still here. So that doesn't matter. The Coen brothers, Heath and Joel, we were talking earlier with some people also. Animation, you just have to believe in yourself. कोई मुझसे पूछता है ना कैसा दिन है, क्या हाल है आपका? मैं कहूँ जिंदा हूँ, मरा नहीं, मर गया तो मैं नहीं. So I keep that in a part of my life, and I'm going to keep it very short and sweet to you all. That please believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So with that, I tell you, God bless you all and take it from there. आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और ये जो मेहमान बने बैठे हैं, मेरा ईमान बने बैठे हैं, इनकी तारीफ करूं क्या फैयाज, इश्क की जान बने बैठे हैं.
If I say that, do you think it's true? Let's hear from the back. Is it true if I say I'm not from the film world?
Not now, after using mobiles.
Not now. Also, every person who watches a movie is from the film world. Because,
Very nice. Well done.
like in literature, the society, our life is reflected in literature. Whatever is written in prose or poetry is reflected in literature. In the same way, film reflects the way the society moves. Our beliefs, what we aspire for, what we think is all in films today, right? If you see the films that were made 25, 30 years back and what are being made now, there's a huge difference. The way we wear our clothes. Meena Kumari used to wear her saris in a particular way. Sri Devi wore it in a different way. And today, you see a new film star, Kangana Ranaut, wearing the same sari in a different way. I'm just taking this as an example. The garment remains the same. Sari remains the same, but it is we who use it in another way. Remains the same. The technology has been developed by people like you and me. And today, the same technology is being used for making films. So what I'm trying to tell you here today is that it is you or we or every thinking human being who can make a difference to the way we create.
One big Nokia is yeah, it's equally good. Yeah.
And there is a new trend.
I'm giving you another minute to click your picture.
Selfie means that you take a picture of yourself and your friends by extending your arm. That was all over the paper. So I always start my courses in cell phone cinema. Please take a selfie, introduce yourself with a selfie.
I'm sure must have clicked the picture by now. Very well said.
I must congratulate first Janab Sandeep MARWAH sahab, and thank you for inviting me for this curtain raiser for the International Festival for Cell Phone Cinema. मैं सबसे पहले तो मैं इस शायर की तारीफ करता हूँ, मुझे नहीं मालूम था इतने अच्छे शायर भी हैं, और अगली बार कोई भी मुशायर होगा हम आपको बुलाएंगे एज ए शायर। बहुत बड़ी बात है और मैं आपको पहले मुबारकबाद देता हूँ। सेल फोन जहाँ तक बात है, मैं एक अमेरिकन मैगजीन में पढ़ रहा था कि दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा सेल फोन जो यूज होता है वो इंडिया में यूज होता है, और दुनिया में सबसे कम नॉलेज अबाउट सेल फोन इज ऑल्सो इन इंडिया। हम लोग सबके पास फोन्स होते हैं, ज्यादातर हमारे पेरेंट्स, मैं भी खुद भी ज्यादा यूज नहीं कर पाता हूँ, थोड़ा सा जानता हूँ जितना, लेकिन आप लोग सब माशाल्लाह एक से एक मतलब यंगस्टर जो है ये सब जानते हैं कहाँ से क्या होता है। अभी कभी कभी होता है कि मैं अगर चेंज हो जाता है कुछ तो मैं कहता हूँ बेटे से बेटा सर चेंज करना इसको, तो ये है। मगर मुझे खुशी है कि जो 7th इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल आपने ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, इस फेस्टिवल के अंदर मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि अल्लाह आगे और भी अल्लाह चलेगा और ऐसे ही पार्टिसिपेशन होगा। और जहां तक सेल फोन की बात है, बहुत कुछ अपना प्रोफेसर बगोस और राजीव भाई सब ने, एवरीबडी हैज ऑलरेडी स्पोकन लॉन्ग, एंड मैडम ने जो 3-4 बातें कही हैं, ईमानदारी और जिम्मेदारी और ये जो है ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। एंड सबसे बड़ी चीज से ज्यादा सिंसियरिटी भी जरूरी है। अगर आप सिंसियरली किसी काम को करते हैं तो आप उसमें सक्सेसफुल होंगे। और मैंने ये देखा है कि अगर आप लोग अगर अपने उस्ताद, एक होता है कि उस्ताद की इज्जत करना, टीचर की इज्जत करना, वो भी बहुत जरूरी है, इसके अंदर भी देखना है। और मुझे ज्यादा मैं ना कह के मतलब बस मैं एक बार शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ मतलब मारवा साहब का कि आपने मुझे बुलाया। आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू यू सर, एंड आई हैव बीन टू दिस प्लेस अर्लियर ऑल्सो, एंड आई हैव सीन दिस studio is one of the best studio in India. Thank you very much for calling me. Shukriya.
Thank you. लेकिन इतना माहिर शायर तो आज पहली बार मालूम पड़ा है। And so being such an innovator of the cell phone and bringing it to such an extent that making it a cell phone cinema is the future. Because if you don't believe this, God knows how many millions and trillions of dollars have been made on this damn thing you're carrying in your pocket, in your back pocket, in your left pocket, in your briefcase, wherever the hell you want to carry it. But this is the future, okay? Because you don't know when and how and where you are going to be able to make and become a filmmaker. So with that note, I thank Mr. Marwah for inviting me, and thank you all for listening to me. I appreciate it, and God bless you.
Thank you, Rajiv. Let me tell you, my dear friend, the purpose of starting International Festival Cell Phone Cinema is also not only, you know how to use mobile, but then the most important thing is that it helps in designing your framing. How are you going to frame? When you keep on looking into the camera part, into the viewfinder, it helps you to develop a frame for a picture. Second, it helps you in designing and developing your composition. When you look into the viewfinder, when you again look into the frame, you develop a better sense of composition. That what composition I should give, that my picture should look the best. Third very important point is that it helps you in developing your idea. You have something in mind, you have something in heart, and there is no expenditure as such required. You don't have to hire a studio or the professional equipment to express yourself. You have one idea and you have start clicking picture or shooting a film with your mobile. It will help you in developing your idea. Another very important thing is that since all of you are somewhere down the line, part and parcel of a film school, and it helps you in developing the taking of the film. It's very important. It's a very important part of cinema, that how you plan your shot. If you're going to hire a camera and then plan, it's going to cost you hell of a lot. You might be spending 10,000 rupees at the end of the day. But now with the same mobile phone, you're planning how to take that. I will zoom out, I will get into it, I will cover his body, I'll go and jump to his face. How you're taking the shot, it helps you in developing that art too. Last but not the least, it is, you can make one actually 3-minute short film, and you never know that it's going to get you an award. It can get you a wonderful award. You can make one short film. And last but not the least, your short film actually can be an idea for another major feature film. You never know. And it has happened, because when we showed these short films to some of the producers who were here from Bombay at the time of the, finalizing, and they were part of the jury, they picked up 1 or 2 ideas from those short films which were made by different people from different segments, and of course students from our institution. They picked up the idea and they have made some films, and I'm so happy that they never forget to give the credit line to the same boy whose idea they picked up to make a major big feature film. Now see, this is how the charity begins at home. So when we thought of this international festival, we have thought of all these points, and which I am now passing on to you, that please ready, be prepared, submit 2 pictures, still pictures, and 1 3-minute video to this. The best part is that you can also pass on this 3-minute video, what you're going to make, through WhatsApp. What a lovely technology available with you. In case you don't have WhatsApp, and if you've not downloaded this software in your mobile, you can comfortably come down to any of the post-production departments in MARWAH studio and submit your film through from mobile. We'll take the transfer to our computer, and your entry will be registered. It's so easy, so comfortable for all of you. And mind you, for all the students of Asian Education Group, whether AFT, ASMS, ABS and ASC, it is compulsory. Mind you, it's compulsory.
All the elements, from composition to pre-visualization and everything, they, and especially WhatsApp, would lead to another area that we haven't touched upon, and that's the area of applications. And on the Mac platform, we have more than 1 million applications, and on the Android platform, about 700,000 applications. So that's an explosion of applications, what you can actually use in making your films. And actually we can go through that from the inception of idea, for pre-visualization, for shooting, editing, and distribution on the internet. There's a whole unbroken chain of applications for filmmaking that you could use with mobile, and you should, learn all about that. Since this is a compulsory subject here, probably it will become also part of your studies. And speaking of applications, anybody who has a good idea for an application can make a lot of money. So that's another way where mobile would pay off. That if you have an idea and you develop an application, all those stores, application stores are open, and if the idea is good and catching on, that's your way to become a millionaire.
One major territory. Imagine a new film which is going to be released on one of these Fridays, and you want to see that, the mini version of that film on your mobile. You just have to pay 10 rupees to watch that cinema. You are downloading that for 40 minutes or 50 minutes cinema, which is a mobile version of a new feature film, and getting satisfied that you saw first day, first show of that feature film, and you're forgetting that you're contributing only 10 rupees for that cinema, cheaper than going to the theater. But see the collection of the film. On the very first day, the film is going to get a revenue of 220 crore rupees. Today we are talking about 100 group cinema, we are talking about 200 crore budget cinema. Now see, All that is going to be not going to take 20 days, 10 days, 15 days, 7 days, but it's going to take only 1 day to give a turnover of 220 crore rupees turnover on very first day to Indian cinema. Remember that mobile is going to be complementary to all the other mediums of watching cinema. It's going to be another addition to बनाए जा सकते हैं. तो मैं इन सभी लोगों के लिए जो इस वक्त मंच पर बैठे हैं, इनके लिए 2 लाइन कहना चाहता हूं कि राज़े उल्फत छुपा के देख लिया, राज़े उल्फत छुपा के देख लिया, दिल बहुत कुछ जला के देख लिया, और क्या देखने को बाकी है, आपसे दिल लगा के देख लिया.